I have been informed by the Mauritius Tourism Promotion Authority that an amount of 39 million rupees has been earmarked for destination promotion in the Chinese market in the current financial year, out of which 22.09 million has been spent so far on key marketing activities, including social media campaigns, media trips, the development of the MTPA Chinese website, and roadshows in China. Madam Speaker, I wish to highlight that over the years, funds allocated to destination promotion in the Chinese market have decreased gradually due to the following factors. First, the withdrawal of China Southern Airlines from Mauritius in November 2015, following a policy decision of the then former Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism for the MTPA to stop providing marketing support to the airline. This resulted in a drop in airlift to the destination by 25,000 seats per year. Consequently, tourist arrivals from China dropped by 11.4% from 89,584 in 2015 to 79,374 in 2016. Had the marketing support not been withdrawn to China Southern Airlines, the target of 100,000 Chinese tourists would have long been attained, taking into account that the Chinese carrier brought some 22,788 tourists to the destination during its period of operation. Second, AirAsia ceased its operations on Mauritius in March 2017, leading to a loss of some 4,900 Chinese passengers carried by the airline during the period November 2016 to March 2017. Third, the withdrawal of Air Mauritius flights from Beijing since October 2017 caused a reduction of around 8% in tourist arrivals from China, from 79,374 in 2016 to 72,951 in 2017. Fourth, the rationalization policy of Air Mauritius in April 2018 on the Chinese route due to economic reasons, resulting in the stoppage of flights to Guangzhou, Chengdu, and Wuhan, led to a further drop in Chinese tourist arrivals by 9.9% from 72,951 in 2017 to 65,736 in 2018. On the basis of existing airlift capacity on the Chinese route, this year the forecast is that tourist arrivals from China would further drop to around 47,593. Madam Speaker, I consider that Mauritius must not lose interest in the potential of China, which is the fastest growing outbound tourism market in the world. However, I must state that, one, the strategy crafted for the Chinese market by previous government mainly targeted the low-end tourists who are very price sensitive, when in fact Mauritius should have been positioned as an upmarket destination. Two, the flight schedule rationalization of Air Mauritius, which is the sole operator on the China route, has adversely affected the reputation of the destination, and the trade has lost trust in selling Mauritius to the advantage of other direct competitors like Sri Lanka and the Maldives. Madam Speaker, government is conscious that we cannot afford to ignore China. My ministry and the MTPA have been having consultations with all stakeholders, including our national carrier, hoteliers, and destination management companies, to work out a roadmap for China with clear milestones to revamp that market. In this context, not later than Wednesday last, with a view to developing a more realistic and pragmatic approach to the Chinese market, a high-level workshop with the participation of the MTPA, including its public relations representative based in China, top management of Air Mauritius, and captains of the hotel industry, was held under the chair of Mr. Arnaud Martin, who is a board member of the MTPA and a consultant to Air Mauritius, to brainstorm on the challenges and to devise a coherent strategy to continue to tap the Chinese market.
Minister, are you nearly finishing, please? Are you nearly finishing? Because the question is very brief and concise, And I think it would be better if you have additional information, either to circulate or to come with a statement later.
I have just one last sentence, Madam Speaker. Air connectivity is central to this strategy.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. One of the strategic drive in your strategic plan devised by the ministry, accessibility. The plan speaks about attracting a national carrier, Chinese national carrier. May I know from the Honourable Minister whether there has been any initiative undertaken at this level?
Madam Speaker, since the time when China Southern stopped operating to Mauritius, I have myself, when I took over as Tourism Minister, been trying to talk to the Chinese carriers, and I'm also talking to Chinese authorities to see if they can help us to get a Chinese carrier to Mauritius. We have approached, with the help of the MTPA and also Air Mauritius, we have approached some of the carriers, but I must say that they are asking for conditions like subsidies and also fifth freedom traffic on to Africa. So we are looking into the matter.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Speaker. One is the issue of quantity, and the other issue is one of the spending. Now, the recent report of PwC of tourism in Africa mentions about this drastic fall from $1,364 to $1,300 spending per head in 2016. May I know during the recent years, since 2017, 18, what has been the trend?
Madam Speaker, the figures mentioned by the Honourable Member relate to 2016. At present, at least for 2018, the total tourism earnings for Mauritius increased from 60 billion in 2017 to 64 billion in 2018, representing an increase of 6%. And the average amount spent by the Chinese tourists is, in Mauritian rupees, 55,000 rupees, which is equivalent to USD 1,833.
The Honourable Minister stated the following. Le ministre Gayan est déçu par le marché chinois et critique Air Mauritius. Anil Gayan n'a pas caché sa frustration lors d'un atelier de travail consacré au marché chinois. So my question to the Honourable Minister, what is concretely been envisaged at the level of Air Mauritius to reverse the current trend?
Madam Speaker, I'm not in a position to answer for Air Mauritius, but what I can inform the House is that from the 1st of March to the 31st of March, there were 9 flights less on China. From April 1st to April 14, and this is information I have obtained from MTPA. Already for the 13 first days of April, there are 4 flights less on the China route. So this inevitably impacts on tourist arrivals.
Can I ask Honourable Minister whether it's a question of lack of air seats, which he intimated at the beginning of his reply, or is it lack of tourists, which he intimated at the end of his reply? That is, Air Mauritius no longer wants to fly there, because as the CEO has said, he's not in the business of flying empty planes. So which one is it? Is it both now? Lack of air seats and also lack of clients for these seats? I'm a little bit confused.
But I also take to it, Madam Speaker, that the CEO of Air Mauritius has, in a press interview yesterday, said he's planning to put daily flights to China. So I don't know, but I'm not in a position to reply for Air Mauritius. But my concern is that as a country, we cannot afford to lose interest in a huge market, is a superpower for tourism, which China is. And this is why I say what I have said.
Sir, Honourable Minister, whether he is planning, therefore, to assist Air Mauritius?
I'm sorry?
Are you going to assist financially Air Mauritius to fly to China?
Well, after the workshop, Madam Speaker, last Wednesday, this idea came up, and of course we are going to look at the whole strategy, and we will have consultations at the level of government to see what we can do in that regard.
Next question.